Welcome back to Fear and Beer, a Halloween Horror Nights podcast. Join us as we venture year-round into the fog.
Make sure you give us a like and a follow on your podcast platform of choice. Also, be sure to check out our YouTube page where we upload every episode in its video format, and maybe a few other surprises as well.
Make sure you're following us on social media to keep up to date with our newest haunted content.
I'm Nick.
I'm Shamus.
I'm Jamie. Welcome back to another episode of Fear and Beer. If you're listening, it may sound a little different who's kind of introducing the episode. That because it's me, Jamie. So we're still continuing our podathon episode for the week of HHN leading up. I hope you all are excited as I am, which I could imagine you were because that might be why you're listening. Today I am joined by a lovely group of ladies here. We're going to kind of be doing a little roundtable discussion, discussing HHN34, kind of the event overall, how they got their start in HHN, what some of their favorite years were, their first year, kind of just a little background episode, so nothing too crazy for me to lead so I don't mess it up. But to start off, I'm kind of going to have everyone introduce themselves, kind of how we had for guests on other episodes, plug their socials, all that kind of good stuff. And then we will probably get the ball rolling. And I was kind of discussing before, Bree, if you want to take the lead and you could start off by introducing.
Sure. Yeah. So I'm Bree. I am one part of the theme team. You can find us on Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, the huge. I am very much a novice when it comes to Halloween Horror Nights. This is only my third year. However, I have been interested in the event and been pass holder for like 5 years. So I've been paying attention. Birthday's in October. So like Halloween is like my thing. But yeah, so that's me.
Thank you. And then we're going to go over to Jess.
What's up? I'm Jess from HHN365. It's been a while since I've been on this show.
It has, I know.
It's been a while, but nice to be back. Thanks for having me.
I was just going to say, it's nice to have you.
I like this Just Ladies thing. We need to do this more often.
Makes me a little more comfortable. I was really nervous, and I was like, you know what? I think I'm going to be okay.
Good vibes here. But if you don't follow us, you can find HHN365 at HHN365 on all platforms, except TikTok. It's at HHN365pod. They will not give us that at. I don't want to talk about it. But I've been going to the event since 2017, but I've been following since 2003 as a native, like South Floridian, watched Art of the Scare, and then I was like hooked, but too young and too much anxiety to go to the event. And then 2017 brought me because of American Horror Story Coven. You go through one house, you're hooked. I was on all the the little forums back in the day though, so it depends on what you say, how long I've been here.
And that's the thing with like Horror Nights too. I feel like sometimes you don't have to be such a long-going guest to like still have that love for the event and enjoy it as much as we all do, which is the good thing about it. So I like it. We're going to head over to Liz next up.
Good evening, everyone. I'm glad to be here with some ladies for a change.
Yes, I know, right?
So I am Liz. I have my own YouTube channel called Discoliz, and you can find me on Instagram, YouTube, Twitter as Discoliz. But I'm also a host of the RIP Tour podcast, and we are at RIP Tour podcast on all the things. And I am an old lady. I have been attending Halloween Horror Nights since 2001.
Ooh, I love it.
So I skipped 2 years plus the HHN light year. So I think this is my 22nd year of Halloween Horror Nights.
That's awesome. And I thought I was going for a long time. I love it. I love it. And we are going to head over, last but not least, Miss Nikki.
Hey guys, it's Nikki from Haunt Girls. If you're not following Haunt Girls yet, it's at Haunt Girls Pod on TikTok, Instagram, and Twitter. YouTube channel, if you just search Haunt Girls, it should come up. My first year at HHN was actually HHN34. My first house was Cabin in the Woods. And whenever I tell people that, they're like, wow. I'm like, yeah, I started strong.
Yes. Fun house.
The following year, my high school, because I went to performing arts high school, I'm a musical theater kid. They invited us out, because we're from Miami, to the event, and they gave us like a little backstage tour and talked us through the whole audition process in the hopes of us graduating high school and coming over to work for them, which I totally would have if I didn't go to college.
That's okay, me either.
But yeah, I've gone every year since then except for 25 and 26, which I know those were big years.
Oh, I'm not missing 25.
I know.
I was just going to say, I missed 25 as well, actually. It's funny you say that. I really did. I know.
I kick myself every time. It's awful. But yeah, I've been hooked ever since. I even made the trek out during HHN Light. I was there for like the first day of it. The Beetlejuice house, I was hungover the day after Halloween. Going through it, 'cause I'm like, I'm not missing this. But yeah, HHN's been very, very important to me for quite a while now.
I love it. Thank you guys for the introductions and tagging socials and all that kind of good stuff. Like I said before, it's just so nice to like talk about this event so casually and just with other people who enjoy it. I know we kind of went over our first years with the events and stuff like that. From the years that you guys have gone, it could be from any year. What would you consider maybe your top 2 favorite houses? I know that's kind of an open-ended question, but off the top of your head, because I know I had like 2 or 3 on my list. I can't really narrow it down to 1, but and then kind of open floor if you guys want to, just so I don't have to put you on the spot.
Okay, so I have only been going to the event since HHN34, and just the only 2 houses that like are like engraved in my brain are Darkest Steel and Blood Moon Dark Offerings. Just like as a novice, as my first year, I was like, I want to do that again, like again and again and again, and I still think about it. Yeah.
I feel like we can all collectively agree that those were 2 amazing houses. I know me and Shamus, and Nick included, honestly, absolutely love Blood Moon. They're huge fans of Darkest Steel too, so those are some good houses to start with. I was just gonna say, if Nikki or Jess, if you want to go, it looked like you were about to say something, Nikki. I didn't want to cut you off.
If no one else wants to. Okay, cool. It's hard for me because I feel like I've had such hard hitters, especially in recent years. I'm a big Universal Monsters girly. So the Universal Monsters house from 29 is always topping my list, right next to Monsters Unmasked. As a big fan of the opera girly, that was my house. I was thriving in that house. I sobbed the first run through I had of it. I sobbed the last 3 run throughs I had of it. I feel like it was just a perfect kiss to those of us who love those monsters are not usually seen too much. Quasimodo, Hunchback, Jekyll and Hyde, The Invisible Man, Given. I felt like it was just nice to finally see them get like all their flowers. But yeah, my monsters have always been a big part of my heart. I'm kind of sad this year there's no Monster House this year. I know we have Darkmoor.
I am a little sad. We do have Darkmoor, which is good, but Unmasked was probably one of my favorite monster houses they've done in the last couple years. So it will be nice to have something different, but I am going to miss the monsters myself, even though they just screw me over and won't give me Creature from the Black Lagoon. But that's okay, because maybe someday we'll get them. It'll be fine, but...
Justice for Creature.
Yeah,
Did you
right.
see the Vegas costumes for Creature?
Just don't even get me started.
I'm sorry.
They really did them like that in that little hallway with the tiny bit of drapery and the blue lights. Oh my goodness. And
It's
the costume.
the lycra, like the spandex suit for me, and like the Party City.
And they gave him, I don't want to spoil it for you, Nikki. I don't know if you've been
I'm
looking
sorry,
at
Nikki.
videos. No.
It's been sent. It's been sent.
Was honestly, the monster's house didn't look bad, but when they got to his room and I was like, they really put nothing in here with my guy. He's so empty.
Nothing.
Nothing. No justice.
I know,
Jess,
but
what are some of your favorite houses though?
I just want to say, Nikki, I agree. Backseat Monsters Rise. That's all I said during Unmasked every time. I talk about it a lot, but Graveyard Games is like my number 1 house of all time.
You and Shamus both live
Hands down. Yep. Duff from my show as well. Like favorite house. But we have a rule, but Duff has a rule that I've adopted where I can't put something in my top until 2 years after that event. So I want to put Darkest Steel, but this event hasn't finished this year. So I can't say it's Darkest Steel, but I really think it's Darkest Steel. So
I see the way he's
good.
thinking. It was, honestly. And I see the way he's thinking, but it's like, I
It's
know
the
what I like.
bias.
Yeah.
it's the recency bias. So maybe I'll say something else. Okay, Bride of Frankenstein Lives has a very sentimental attachment for me because me and my husband got married that year. So we got to run through it like as a married couple for the first time. So I'll say that. But it's probably going to be Darkest Steel if you give me like 2 more months.
I like that. Were you going to say something, Bree? Sorry.
I forgot to tell you guys what my first house was, and it was Darkest Steel. And like the
That was your
plot
first house
twist
ever? Oh,
ever. Like the way it just goes
love
from
it.
like storyline to like you're literally in hell. I was like, okay, because I didn't know what to expect. I was genuinely
Right.
like scared to go, and it was scary. It was great. Yeah.
yes. Oh, and the first house ever. That's awesome. I love
Yeah.
that.
It was hard to like after that, it was like everything was like, I want to go
Yeah,
back
right.
to that
I
house.
was going to say, you got your expectations so high. Exactly.
Yeah.
And you, Liz.
Yeah, so I'm kind of surprised I'm the first person to say it, but Scarecrow. Scarecrow is my absolute favorite. And I'm an originals girly. If you know me, you know I'm originals all the way, but it would be too hard for me to pick a second favorite original. There's too many. So I'll say a favorite IP, which I think was Insidious from this past year. Although, recency bias, I don't know if I'm allowed to say it yet, but
Right.
I want to say Insidious from this past year
Yes.
as my absolute favorite IP ever.
And
I can't
Insidious
believe
is
I
such...
forgot Scarecrow. I'm sorry.
No,
I'm
it's,
so
I was
mad
just
at
going to say
myself.
Scarecrow was a good
My first year. Ugh.
I was just going to
Best
say, I
house.
feel like that's why, even when I try to like write stuff down and think about it, once people get talking, I'm like, oh my God, I forgot to bring that up too. Why didn't I say that? So that's good. It gets everything flowing better. But I feel like a lot of, I wouldn't say my, no, I would say my favorite house is actually, I like IPs. You guys know I like IP houses. And pretty much all of them, except for 2, I did 3, are going to be IPs. Some are a little bit older, some a little bit more recent. The first one being Dead Silence. That was actually the first house I did back as a wee lad in 2005, I want to say, or 2007. And I was definitely way too young after begging my parents to go to the event and was petrified after that. My dad was like, yeah, we're never coming back here ever again until you can afford it on your own and buy your ticket. Because I was like, I'm definitely not going in there. But
Look at you now.
and look at me, exactly. And that was one of the few houses I remember doing, because back when the movie had came out, I was like, ooh, really like this. I was still into horror, but I guess seeing the real stuff up close was like, I don't know about all that yet.
That
But
was a really fun house, too.
it was a fun house.
Yeah.
It was good. And I feel like we had watched it not too long ago for our Saturday Sundays. Picture for picture, it just framed up so well in the house to the movie too. So I love that. Not to get too much off topic about it, but I also had House of a Thousand Corpses and The School, which was also a scare zone turned house, or vice versa, an original back some odd years ago as well. I want to say from that 2005, 2007 range too, but very Children of the Corn-esque. Again, as I was a young kid, I always thought that was very creepy too. And I remember fond memories of going through it with my parents and being like, I'm really proud of myself for doing that. And my mom's not a fan of Children of the Corn, so she did not like the house, unfortunately, but good memories from that house. Did anyone have anything else before we move on to the next topic? Cool.
No.
So I think we'll kind of do open roundtable again, just how we've been doing the whole time. Thoughts on HHN34 as a whole. Are we feeling this year? I feel like we kind of know the answer. It's exciting. What are we thinking? Excited? Not excited? Nervous that it's not going to live up to the hype?
Ooh, that's the question.
Speaking
I
that
know.
into existence,
Oh, I
Jamie.
know. No, that's okay. Even if I said if it didn't, I'll still be happy, so it's fine.
I think they listened to us. I think they heard the feedback from last year, and they are, especially the scare zones, all this construction we're seeing, I think they're prepared to knock it out of the park. I think they know that last year just didn't quite live up to what we're used to, and they're ready to prove us wrong and come back strong. And that's good news for us, because next year is an anniversary year. So if we're getting this strong of a year now, I can't even imagine what the anniversary year is going to be. So I'm hoping it lives up to all the hype.
I'm glad you brought that up with the anniversary year being next year, because I was like, the exact same thought, honestly. If they're going this hard this year, as they're saying before we see it, I'm like, next year could just be even better.
Just the fact that Illumination Alley has an actual scare zone in it this year with actual set pieces, and it's not just a few scare actors thrown in and the neon truss, even though I love the neon truss. I can tell that it's just, there's more energy into this year, you know?
Yes.
Especially with Aiello back behind the reins. No offense to past creatives, but I feel like he has a certain je ne sais quoi when it comes to the event. And putting his own little magic into it.
Definitely.
He has a hand on the fans, I think, too. He has
100%.
a good gauge on the fans. And he's been working on the event for so long that, like, having him back at the reins is like, nature is healing. I just keep saying that this season. Like, just nature has healed. And, like, obviously, if you listen to 365, I'm very excited about this year. One of my white whale IPs is finally on the lineup. So, like, I get very anxious when I start talking about it. Like, my heart rate's going up right now.
Literally me before we started recording.
Right. I'm, like, so worried because of Beetlejuice, my other big IP, obviously.
No.
And I hate to even bring them up in the same sentence, but, like, I think some Beetlejuice fans have a little bit of, like, PTSD from 30 and, like, how poorly it was handled. So I'm very excited, but I also get so anxious that, like, what if I walk in and I trust Ramon and Mike because they've been wrestling fans longer than me. They've been wrestling fans as long as my husband. Like, I bow down to them. I know that this is their white whale too, but a little bit of me is like, what if?
Right. Yeah.
The variety this year, I feel, because I know people are like, oh my God, there's so many different things. It's no cohesiveness. I'm like, no, I think that's what makes it great is that you have Terrifier, you have Five Nights at Freddy's.
That's what I want.
You have WWE. Yeah, you have so many things going on that there's bound to be something that's yours and your niche. Enough for like every fan. You know, you're not going to go into the event and be like, there's nothing really here that really screams for me. But with the variety going on this year, I feel like there's something, you're going to find something in there that's definitely up your alley, if not everything.
I agree.
Yeah.
Talking with my
I feel
hands
like
as a true Cuban I am.
Sorry. It's okay.
Sorry. I was just gonna say, I feel like the theming this year, I've only been going for, this is my third year, so I got Oddfellow and I got last year. So I was like, oh, because last year I was like, don't know if I'm gonna spend as much money here next year.
We all were, I think. Don't worry.
Yeah, no, I mean, because we're not like local to Orlando. We're not far, but we always have to pay for childcare and we always have to pay for hotel and tickets and everything. So like it gets expensive really fast. And if like the theming, because I'm a sucker for theming. That's why I love Universals. I love being immersed. I love feeling like I'm somewhere else, and I love Halloween. So the theming being like just normal, like Gothic Halloween is just that's it. Like I feel like this is gonna be probably a really good year for me, at least, who loves a good ghost story. So
I actually feel like I found myself this year when we went to do some construction photos and stuff like that, walking through the scare zones during the day and looking at everything, specifically the Cat Lady of Crooked Lane, just because it looks so fun and kitschy and vintage Halloween, and I just love that feel. And I was telling Nick, and I was like, I'm just like so giddy and excited for this year. I was like, I feel like I haven't been like that in the last couple of years. Maybe it's because I'm more appealed to what we're having this year, IP wise and stuff like that. But like you said, Nikki, there is a lot of diversity. And I feel like that's what people have been asking for. I love to see a plethora of different things to keep me preoccupied throughout the whole night, instead of being like, I got those one or two houses I know I want to hit, and then maybe I could miss the other ones. I feel like this year it's like, I'm going to want to do like every house every night, just because for me, hoping up to my expectations that they'll be that good, but just with how they've already intrigued me thus far.
Yeah, it feels like a little piece of the soul of the event came back. And I don't know if it's just the mic effect, but it just feels like this year has more, and maybe Epic's open now, so the teams aren't quite as strained, but this year it feels like the soul is back.
It's feeling like old HHN a little bit. Yeah. Just a little bit, I think.
It feels like 29, honestly.
Does. To me, it does too. I really do agree.
Not to talk about a year you haven't gone to, Brie. I'm sorry, but
no, what I was gonna say is I want that. Like I want to experience HHN, and it's like everyone talks about in its prime, and I feel like if I've loved it like as much as I have up to now, like my socks are going to be blown off when I walk under the truss for the first time this year. And that's my hope, because the PR talk has been up there. Like it's been like bigger, bloodier, wet or dry. You're going to need a poncho and a barf bag. And I'm like,
buzzword.
Well, they literally said at that panel, I'm forgetting what convention it was, but they literally mentioned this year being one of the most immersive year. Like they're going for full immersion this year.
That's their word this year.
Yeah. Immersion.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the entire park is going to be themed.
Literally.
Entire park.
And speaking of the trust, somebody brought it up. it's a lot taller this year because of those gates that are going to be on it. Duff and I were in the
that's a good
park
point.
yesterday. We're like, it's taller and skinnier, but I was like, but that makes sense if it's gates. And they keep talking about these gates into the conservatory.
In the conservatory. Yeah, you little sleuth.
And
Listen,
no
I'm not very good at my job, but
So good.
Yeah.
Wait, so how many of you have actually seen the props that are up right now, like in person?
I
Not
think
me.
we
Yeah.
Liz,
Not
you
me.
have not. I was just gonna say I
'cause
have.
I live over in the Tampa area, so I haven't made the
Yeah.
trek over yet.
I do remember this. Yes, I do.
I've
remember
seen
talking
all
about
but
that.
New York, because New York was an
so
on Sunday.
big.
Yeah.
huge.
Like
They
I
are.
haven't seen them with my own eyes, but I've seen people next to them, and I'm like, whoa, because like the pictures and the YouTube videos, I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, like that looks good. But then I saw someone standing next to those gates on Hollywood Boulevard, and I was like,
It's
that's
big.
tall. Like,
Yeah.
that's really tall.
He's a tall boy.
And that was the thing, depending when this episode releases, a little behind the scenes magic here. But from the props that they finally put out for Toxic Mutations or Mutations Toxic 20s, shaping up to be pretty cool, if
That
you ask
car
me.
crash.
I was a little hesitant at first. I was like, ooh, we haven't really gotten anything at all out there yet, but a little bit of light work, so maybe they're really saving it up for us. I was like, I don't know, it's kind of making me nervous, but seeing some of the pictures, it's looking cool. I got to go see it for myself before.
Just the storytelling they've hidden inside these props, not only in New York, 'cause I know New York, the newspaper says it all with the toxic thing
Right.
going on, but like in like the Cat Lady of Crooked Lane zone, those little details in there. There's a giant hairball. I don't know if you guys have seen it.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
massive.
I haven't gotten to see it. Is it? Oh my god,
It's
I'm
huge.
gonna love
But
it.
yeah, if you don't know what a hairball is, you wouldn't know that. But like being a cat mom, I'm like, oh my god, it's a fucking hairball, and it's
You know, a hairball. Yes.
just the little details. Like you can tell they took their time to like put things in with intention. It wasn't just
Yeah.
here it is.
Yeah, like they have bikes, like old bikes, like in different like time periods because she's been there for so long, and it's for the kids who she turned into cats because it's been years and years and years. And I was like, someone else was like, oh, she's like a hoarder, and I was like,
No. See, I was just gonna say, and that's so. The hamster wheel is going. It's just so fun, and I like that it tells the story from back to front, depending which way you walk through and stuff like that, and that it finally extended out kind of past where they had that weird Blumhouse photo op last year. Now they have the actual cat lady's house. They kind of utilize that little side part, which I think
an
is great.
entire house.
Which I know. I was just gonna say. I was like, they really went all
yard.
out for the scare
She has a
zone. The
yard
pumpkin's
now.
back. She's got a whole yard. I just
As
saw
of
that
today?
before we started recording earlier. I was looking. I was like, is that sod by your house? Is that grass?
Got a bigger
The
backyard
HOA
than
must
me.
Must be nice.
How much you think she paid for that yard? Let's be real.
Oh girl, she's
Right.
been there for a while. Back when it was like 50 cents for a house.
I was
You
just
know
gonna
that.
say she probably got it for a deal, if you ask me. My
She
God.
probably thinks we're all lazy and just don't work hard enough.
Right.
For our
That's
She
what
wasn't
she's gonna
shopping
be
in this
telling us.
market.
I do think the immersiveness is definitely going to be there this year, and it's just fun. Like you guys were saying before, too, Nikki. I think you had mentioned that it's in the Minions area that we're finally seeing stuff back there again. Because realistically, An Arcade was a really fun zone. I feel like the past zones after that in that little area were kind of not too memorable for me, unfortunately.
Those yellow
Kind of in a
fires.
nice way, but and I was just gonna say that exactly. We love An Arcade around here.
Yeah.
But it's nice to see that they're putting some bigger props in there. Hopefully they'll have more variety of scare actors and stuff like that, and not really just different scare actors from different areas of the zones that are already in the park, which maybe they will. That's okay. But hey, we're still getting this area back, which is nice because I feel like that really, I don't want to keep saying immersive too, but I mean, they keep saying it all the time, so why not? But I feel like it really took away some of the immersiveness of the event when you would walk in under the trusses and then like, oh, let me walk through this empty spot right here and get all the way back to New York until I get to the food booths and stuff like that. So
I'd much rather have that front zone than San Fran. Like they can turn San Fran into a party zone and just let us have that whole front area as a scare zone. That's way better to me.
It's so small. Like, what do we?
it
You
is.
know what I mean? Like San
Right.
Francisco, like there's nothing.
And
It's
they've
already-
tried everything with it.
And they have. And I was going to say, it's already clustered as it is. And I feel like it's very hard to fix that unless you literally take out the huge trusses and stuff, which is not going to
Now we're
happen over there.
You know, the giant dance floor right there where everyone's trying to
Listen, I'll be dropping it low right in front of everyone. I don't care.
I'm very excited for it.
I was going to say, so what do we think of Club Horror then? I'm kind of hyped up. I'm
hyped.
excited.
I'm hyped.
I hope
I'm
it
gonna be like
Jess,
dancing
that
like a
doesn't
white
look
girl.
good. Jess is definitely. You guys are judging me now. Never
I'm
mind.
not judging.
I don't think it's cool.
I'm not judging. I got a lot of shit on 365, not from my show, from our listeners. My co-host didn't give me any shit because they agreed with me. I was saying, imagine all the 15-year-olds dropping a load of that annoying ass Five Nights at Freddy's song, and everybody thought I was coming for Five Nights. They completely missed the part where I was like, no, it's just gonna be like 15-year-olds wall to wall, just being like.
No, it. That's the only part that kind of scares me. Just don't mention it.
I'm excited for it. I think it's fun, but like,
yeah.
I'm 9 times out of 10, I might be walking through Simpsons instead.
So do we think it's just gonna
I'm an old
be
lady.
a DJ or any scare actors and just
hope they're
some
scare
chicks
It's like a
actors.
zombie DJ thing. Isn't it like an undead DJ?
That's what I thought too. So I was like, maybe when they
Like
have the
zombie
round
high.
HHN bar.
yeah, ooh, that'd be kind
I'm
of fun
thinking-
too. Or HHN bar.
Maybe
actors
go-go
are there.
dancers.
Go. How they did for the Hellbilly Scare Zone for Rob
Yeah.
Zombie. I would
That
like
would
love
be
that
good.
song.
It's actually just me being
Because they can put them
obnoxious.
up on towers, keep them away from the masses, and
Exactly, that's true. Keep them safe, keep us safe. I love it. But Jess, I didn't even think about the children running around in Club Horror. I just can't get it out of my head now.
Duff and Jonathan were so mad at me when I said it because they were like pretty positive on it, and then I like dropped that bomb on the episode.
They're like, ooh.
I was like, I'm sorry, and then everybody thought I was saying like fuck FNAF, and I didn't say that.
No, that's okay.
Not FNAF.
Nick and Shamus aren't hyped up for FNAF, but I can still be. It's okay.
No FNAF.
I wouldn't say Jess and hype are in the same sentence, but we're not talking about hype right now.
Yes.
Different things for different people.
I
Different
have
things for
WWE.
And I was just gonna say exactly. That's
Okay.
That's why it's the best because there's something for everyone, which is what I like too. Yes.
Range. It's
beautiful
Lots
this
of
year.
range.
Finally, it's wonderful because I was really, if I had got another Quiet Place again or something, I really thought I was going to lose my mind. So I just couldn't. I really couldn't do it. I was like, you guys got to give me something good this year for the IPs. So they didn't let me down at least.
You didn't want Michael again for the 10th time?
They're stacked.
Personally, Mikey's my favorite, so I never mind seeing him, honestly. But it would have been cooler to see a different slasher, I guess. I would have taken like Freddy over Jason. I would have taken Leatherface again. Jason's really not my favorite slasher,
Oh,
unfortunately.
Jason's
Not
my
me.
guy.
I
Jason's
know.
my
You guys
I
guy.
like full tattoo of Jason.
Are we Jason fans here?
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Oh man,
I
And
would have
it's
killed
not
all
that-
those kids, too.
And it's they
She's got the
were.
shirt.
I was gonna say, and you got the. Oh my goodness. And I was just gonna say, and they were really mean to him, and I did feel really bad for Jason. Really
Not
bad.
his fault he died.
It's not his fault he died. It's not.
He wasn't a
I'll
good
agree-
swimmer.
Yeah.
I'll agree with you.
And
What
his-
would you do? What
Right.
would you do if you could come back?
Exactly.
I probably would kill them all too. Honestly,
Justified.
but
I mean,
that's
I
just
would have fun with
hypothetically
it.
speaking.
And his best movie is just a Frankenstein remake, and that's
Right.
the best. So
And that's the worst part too. Is I feel like I've only seen maybe the first 2 or 3, and there's just so many of them, and
that's
they
why
all.
you don't
many.
like
So
Jason
many.
because he's
I
not
know.
in them.
I know. When I was.
So
That's what I
many.
always tell Nick, and I'm
Jamie.
like, Jason's not even in these movies.
So that's why you don't like it.
And I'm like, what do I gotta? What is it? Jason Takes Manhattan, or what do I gotta watch here?
You just got to get
Jason
to
Clark's
3.
face.
All of them.
Just
Sit down for like a weekend and just get it all done.
I
We
can
were
give you
gonna-
a list.
Nick told me we were actually gonna do an episode. Maybe they are. Who knows for future reference? But and he was like, you'd have to watch like 13 movies, and I was like, ooh, that's
I don't have
sounds
time
like
for
a
that.
lot of work, babe.
You have
just need
to
the
watch
first
them
3.
with the attention of
Yes.
their camp. You have to watch
Just
it.
watch
with-
the kill counts.
And see,
It's
that's
just gonna be the kills.
my thing too, because I love campy horror. I really do, and you would think I like Jason more, but Mikey's always been my guy. I feel, and Freddy. I guess.
Yeah. I think Michael trumps. I mean, Jason. I mean,
Yeah.
come on. Like, it's just.
I do still think Michael Myers
He's
is my
just
favorite.
classic. Yeah.
That's how I feel. He's more
Respectfully
classic.
disagree.
Yeah.
That's okay. See, this is I like it. I like the
Respectfully.
the mesh of the differences here. I like it.
Range.
Love him,
Big
but
The range,
God.
yes.
yeah, the
We've got a newbie with not even 3 years under her belt, all the way to like what 2001. Is that the
Yeah.
earliest?
And that's
Yeah.
fine.
This year.
The
There ain't
first
nothing wrong
lady
with
of
it.
horror nights.
The
over
first,
here.
the first lady
so
of
cool.
HHN. No, that is cool. And I always think about it too. I'm like, man, I really wish I would have appreciated it more when I was younger, because I would only go once or twice. I would never get frequent fear or anything like that. And it's like the certain things I've kept, and I'm like, man, I should have really appreciated more, because who would have thought it would have been such a big part of my life now. And No, I
Trust
look
me.
like a dummy having no pictures or nothing from it.
Literally.
Very
Nothing.
sparse.
Yeah.
It's all up
Nothing.
here.
It's
You're
up
good. It's like that
for
meme.
the
It's like
posts.
them.
I don't know. The brain
good.
fog's pretty hard at this year for me.
I was just gonna say.
These have only been going since 2017, and I don't remember shit.
And that's
So you guys have your HHN25 that you missed. For me, as my heartbreak, I missed 2008, which is arguably the biggest year for fans. I was on the website, I was following all the lore, but I had just moved to Denver for grad school. Could not, just moved the month before, could not afford to come back. I still regret it. I should have just come. I should have just spent the money. I could have paid it off. Get a credit card. I should have gone. I still regret it to this day.
Oh, wow.
And that's the tough thing too, because when I had went for Carnival of Carnage, so many good houses that year that I just regret not doing and not going through, like Body Collectors when they had it, or Camp Blood when they had Jason. And I'm like, this would have been great for my research that I'm doing now for all these episodes if I went through some of these friggin' houses and not just Dead Silence or whatever. But
I got invited to 21 and I didn't go. And I
did go
that's
to
my favorite year.
21
That's my
is
absolute
favorite
year.
because I know the first house I would have gone through, I would have been hooked. So if I would have just pulled up my big girl pants at that point, and just gone.
See, for me, my parents don't do any of this. So I would have to find my friends, and my mom, God bless her, she would drive us up from Miami one night and then drive us back after the event. But she wouldn't go in. She'll go hang out somewhere.
I was just going to say, right.
Yeah. So I would have to find someone to go with. And then when I got to college, I found people that would go, which is why I missed those years in the middle, because I was like, high school, last a bit of high school for me. Sorry, I'm a baby.
Right.
Same.
But yeah, it was harder. I feel like if I would have found people earlier to go with, I would have been going previous years. So I love all of it. Yeah. But
My first year was actually on a field trip, which I cannot believe.
Wow.
What?
Yes, I was on. It wasn't even my high school. I was in Orlando for a high school journalism conference. And somehow one of the girls that was there from South Florida, one of her friends was a scare actor. She convinced her chaperone to buy us tickets, and they took 8 kids, 5 chaperones. We went to Halloween Horror Nights. I just met these kids the day before, and we went into Halloween Horror Nights together.
That's
how we
super fun,
navigated
actually.
it, stayed together, survived. I don't know, but we did
You were
it,
like,
and
this is great.
yeah, I was like, I don't think my parents would have said yes if I'd asked, but I was already there. So
we're already here. So what are we going to do?
That's so early 2000s.
yes, very much so.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Well, while we're still talking about kind of this year more so, I know I feel like I already know the answers to some of these, but what would you say would be your most anticipated and least anticipated? I don't want to say most hype because it's kind of tough to gauge that, but something you're really looking forward to, something you're not really looking forward to as much. Me personally, I'm really not looking forward to Grave of Flesh. I, unfortunately, Liz, have been thinking this whole time it was a scare zone and keep forgetting it's a house because it was a little unmemorable for me. But I feel like I don't even want to put it at the end because I don't think it's going to be bad, because I do like the concept and I do think it has potential. But just zombies don't really do it for me that much.
That's fair.
Yes. But what are we thinking? Whoever wants to start off.
God, it's hard. Yeah.
Are we going least first? My least,
Yeah,
I
least,
think,
yeah.
is probably Five Nights at Freddy's.
See, you just got back at me. It's okay.
Yeah. It's really tough this year. I haven't really sat down and done my full hype list yet, so I'm just kind of going off the top of my head. But I think
and I was
it's
gonna say,
probably
that's
Five
fine,
Nights at
yeah.
Freddy's. I think that's the property that I have the least connection with.
And see, that's how I feel about Fallout, too.
Oh, see, I loved Fallout.
The show, from what I've watched, is good. I've never really gotten into the games and stuff like that, but I still need to. I never ended up finishing the first season, honestly. But from what I did see, I enjoyed, but just wasn't really my thing, you know?
See, I'm going to say my least anticipated is Fallout, just because I keep forgetting that's coming to the event. And I feel like that's my brain telling me, yeah, we're not too excited. And I watched the show. I don't game. So I watched the show before it was even announced. And I'm like, oh, this is actually pretty good. I'm actually liking the show. It's just something, I don't know. I'm not that excited. And it's hard because I feel like a lot of these houses I'm actually excited for, even for WWE that I know nothing about wrestling.
Same.
Same.
I'm just excited to see what they do with it. For some reason, Fallout, it keeps like there's something in my brain just like forgetting about it.
And I feel like that's kind of how I gauge mine too, because I feel like there's always that one house or that one scare zone that kind of just stays on the back burner for me that I tend to forget about a little bit. And then I'm like, I'm counting out the houses and I'm like, 10 houses, what am I missing? So I could see that, Nikki. I get that. Jess, what about you?
I don't want to say one that you guys have already said, but
No, that's okay.
It's okay.
It goes between both Liz and Nikki's answers. And it's because I keep forgetting Fallout's at the event, 100%.
Yeah.
And I can't finish the show. I'm on episode 5, and I'm just like, I have ADHD like a mother. I won't lie. I talk about it all the time. It's really hard for me to finish things that I'm not like gobbling up. And I love post-apocalyptic, but it's just not getting me. And the episodes are a little too long sometimes.
I think that's my issue too. Too long, short attention span.
Right. And I watched both Terrifier movies, or the 2 that I hadn't seen in one night, but I was there for the grindhouse of it all. I love that shit. So I want to say it's Fallout because Five Nights, I think the scene setting is going to get me. So it's going to fall higher no matter what. Fallout's going to be cool, but like Five Nights, we all love like a neon little pizza parlor.
Fallout's giving Last of Us to me.
That's all I
think
can
that's
think
what
about.
it is.
And I feel like they've really been on that post-apocalyptic trend. We had Fallout, we had The Last of Us, we had, I guess, Quiet Place is kind of post-apocalyptic, Descendants of Destruction, and it keeps going, which I get it. It's a cool idea, and you could really play off a lot with it, but I want something fresh, you know? So that's why I'm glad this year we got so many different things. Bree, what are you excited for? Is there something that tickles your fancy?
My least, I think I'm gonna start with least just because I just
Yeah.
my least is probably Grave of Flesh or Dolls. I'm excited for Dolls, but I'm not excited. Like the graphic is throwing me off. Like the visual that they're giving me is more like Barbie and not like Victorian doll. So I'm like, am I gonna like it? I don't know. And I just like I'm unsure of it. I'm excited for all of them. Like I really think this year's lineup is good. So like putting one last right now is like I don't know.
Exactly.
Most excited is definitely Galkin. I'm like huge into cryptids. I love lore. Or El Artista, of course, because of lore. I mean, good ghost story. They talked about at Spooky Empire. They talked about the different effects that are going into that house. How there's going to be 3 different facades, like going in. Like, it's just the way they've hyped it up. Again, I hope it lives up, but it just seems like it's going to be a really beautiful house. Same set designer as Blood Moon and Dead Man's Pier. I didn't get to do that one, but I saw videos and it looked
Gorgeous.
Yeah, so it's hard to pick one of those 2, but those 2 are like if I had to go to one first, and like that would be one of those 2.
Yeah. I'm glad you brought up El Artista too, because I feel like we haven't really talked about it much, and I think that's going to be a just visually beautifully appealing house. And we've seen stuff similar facade-wise to like Haunting of Hill House in the past and stuff like that, which I really enjoyed. And I'm kind of hoping, since we'll never get at the event, this will kind of be the Haunting of Bly Manor for me, with the big greenery and statue gardens and the different facades, and seeing the dilapidated mansion as Sergio falls into his descent into madness and the pictures coming to life and everything. And it gets me just excited thinking about it, just because I feel like you know what's coming, but it's such a new sort of original that we really just don't know what to expect to see. So I think I'm really looking forward to that one as well.
Yeah, that's my number one.
Yeah,
That's the one I'm most excited for.
Yes. I think it'll be really cool.
I also feel like it's one that we know the most about, just because they really gave us so much information on it, and I've been able to kind of like obsess about it and visualize it a little bit more. So like that's another thing. It's like they gave us so much information. I'm like, oh, I hope it lives up to like what I'm like envisioning. I'm a visual person, so yeah.
I'm a scenic girly, so I'm here for the giant sets, the beauty of it, the detail, and I think this is going to be the most beautiful house this year. So that's my number one.
I think
my
so,
reason
too.
is like just the fact that it's a Hispanic story, and being a woman, being a Latina, I'm like, personally, like when I heard about it, like my heart just like 3 beats ahead. And then just Sergio being an iconic character as he was named. I love like just representation in the event. I've tweeted about it, and I had like Raymond was tweeting back at me because we were going back and forth like, yeah, Latinos. But yeah, I think it's just so special having that representation, especially in the Hispanic community at the
It
event.
is. It really is.
I wonder if they'll do a all Hispanic cast again like they did for Monstrous.
They already
I feel
said
like they
yes,
have-
I think.
Yeah.
Okay, they did.
I
was
believe
I was
Yeah.
gonna say, I
Yeah.
think so too.
They
But
can't
I
go back
want
now.
all Spanish.
Yeah.
I want all Spanish. I don't want the tú and then English. No, I want all
Yeah.
Spanish.
Right.
Yeah.
And honestly, un poquito, little bit, but I feel like that would just, again, on that immersive word, I feel like that would just make it so much more immersive. And even though I don't understand or speak Spanish that well, it wouldn't bother me none. I think it would add more to the authenticity of the house, and I would like it.
Yeah.
So, Nikki, I gotta agree with you. That'd be a nice touch.
Yeah. I'll translate for you. Don't worry.
I was gonna say, and you could just exactly.
I can't imagine what Jess's number one is. I can't guess.
I don't know, man.
Me either. It's a toughie.
I've said it. I've said it publicly. I'm actually really afraid to put it at my number one.
That's
like,
fair.
Genuinely terrified. But my white whale is WWE. It has always been and will always be The Fiend, Bray Wyatt, Firefly Funhouse. I've been talking about it since I started podcasting 5 years ago, and I met my husband. Whew, and I have like tweeted at Ramon and Mike, and it's been back and forth, and I'm just like, thank you for your passion, because like everything I've thought and felt, my husband has like said to me, they have put into words on Twitter and like publicly, and I'm just really excited to finally get to like. This is almost like a memorial for like the Bray Wyatt fans, the Fireflies, who didn't get to say bye to him. So,
Yeah.
and the fact that we're going to get a statue in Origins of Horror, and I'm assuming it's going to be The Fiend because he was on all the merch. Because they said we're going to get the 5 for the IPs. That is like almost to me like in memoriam, thank you. Like, mwah.
Yeah.
Lay your
appreciate it.
flowers by the
Right?
statues.
Yeah.
I said that yesterday, but I didn't want to get in trouble for being the one to be like, we should do it on the last night.
Right, I know. Starting
Just
around,
do
you're like,
it.
oh my god.
Not
Rally
any
the
other night.
troops. Yeah.
Just the final
Just
night.
a single one is fine too, just to not cause too much
Right.
attention.
Just
I have a fun little tidbit for Jess that I think will help with your excitement too. Is I have a friend who's going to be in this house, and just from the group chat of all the people in this house, there's a ton of fans that got cast here. So I think it's going to
That's
be
cool.
good because they're so excited to be there. They were so waiting for their announcement and so happy for it. So I think they're going to bring the passion.
I'm so excited.
No, it's so that makes me excited too.
He's right back there. I can't believe I have a piece of HHN merch with the Fiend on it. That's
It is cool. I'm just so excited for you too. It like makes me excited.
thanks. Everybody keeps saying that, and that gets me really emotional that people are happy. Like for me and my husband
Yeah.
specifically, because I'm like, our wedding was literally horror nights and wrestling themed, like together at HHN30. So like,
And I think it's something that like we haven't really seen at HHN before. We haven't really seen that wrestling side, even though we've had. Did we have the Undertaker in Hollywood one year or some crazy shit
2000,
like that?
yep.
That's what I
Way
thought.
back.
I was like way back when. So it's definitely been a while.
Different
for,
era.
Yeah,
For sure.
literally, exactly. So
Yeah.
it's very cool to see WWE there. And Jess, I know you're very into wrestling, as we've been discussing. Nick kind of got me into it. I wouldn't say that I'm as knowledgeable as he is about wrestling itself and all the wrestlers and different, all that kind of stuff. But before, obviously, announcements started coming out for Horror Nights and stuff like that, and after Bray Wyatt's passing, I was familiar with his character, with the Fiend, with the Firefly Funhouse. Nick showed me when he was wrestling and stuff, and he was like, I really think you'd like this. He was like, it's kind of like Rob Zombie style, like that hillbilly horror. And I'm like, ooh, this is fun. And I was watching it, I was like, this is really fun. So now seeing that we're going to get like Firefly Funhouse and all this different stuff, hopefully within the house, is just going to be really cool to see. And I think it's a really nice tribute to him. And I know you've probably watched it, Jess, but if you guys, for a little doing homework, if you want, the documentary, I forget what streaming it's on right now.
Peacock,
Peacock.
Becoming Immortal, Bray Wyatt.
Thank you,
It's on my
Jess,
homework.
for plugging
It's on
it.
my
That's
homework
beautiful.
list.
You'll
2.5
probably
hours.
and you'll bawl your eyes out the whole time, like I did. And I,
He
Jesus.
is a kindred spirit with like every HHN fan. He was like, he grew up literally, they say like a Beetlejuice kid, which I know, like, obviously that's relatable for me, but like every kid that was born in like the 80s, 90s, like if you're into horror, you were like a Beetlejuice, a Casper, Scooby-Doo kid. That is his mind, and it's so beautiful.
It is.
And he just gets it. And he was a Horror Nights fan.
Yes.
That's all you need to know.
Definitely. And I know, Bree, you had mentioned Gulkin, Monsters of the North. Shamus and Nick are both very excited for this one. I would say not the highest on my excitement, but again, integrating that folklore and different stuff we haven't seen before of the Nordic. I'm not really too much familiar with it, so I am really intrigued, and I definitely think this is going to be our temperature house too. So it's going to be nice and cold on there for those sweaty nights. And visually, I think it's going to be really cool to see all these different creatures and different characters that they have in this house and see how it goes. I don't even really know what to expect with this one, so I think that's why it kind of intrigues me more too.
I hope it gives Witcher. Like when Henry Cavill's The Witcher.
I was just going to see that, yes.
I hope it gives that. And I low-key hope they get like a Witcher in there. I'll be obsessed.
Bree, are you familiar with like the Nordic lore
really.
kind of stuff like that?
I was literally trying to sneak and like get this. That we watched this movie on Netflix, and I cannot Ritual. It just came to me. Ritual.
I've seen it.
Okay,
I
that's
enjoyed
Nordic.
it.
That's Nordic.
I
Like,
stand corrected, everyone. I do know something Nordic.
Okay, just a little bit. So like they're like, I'm not super familiar, but I know a little. I love cryptids. Like if I had a cryptid I could bring to HHN, it'd be Mothman. Like
Yes, please.
You know what I mean?
Please.
Like yeah, like their cryptids and like their folklore is so like animal, human, like they have like Loki and like different things like that. So I'm very interested to see what this house brings for cryptids, because they talk about bringing like there's some kind of being that's like calling them all in, and then they're like coming after you, and then they all come into one giant belly of the beast. So it just sounds like a lot. And
Yes.
I'm just like, oh. Plus it talks about going into a village, blood moon, like that was my thing. So
I do love a village.
yeah, build me a
about
village,
it.
please.
Yes, always gets me. Had to take a sip. My apologies, everyone. But since we've kind of go over our most excited, least excited, like I said, I don't want to say hype right off the rip. We can get into something that I'm also very excited to talk about. Not as much relating to HHN34, but what is something that you guys would like to see back at HHN? This could be house-wise, scare zone, a food item, a show, pretty much anything that they've had at HHN in the past that you would like to see maybe brought back or something completely different. For example, I would really like to see, this could be a little off-putting for some because I know some people aren't a fan, but I would really like to see 3D houses make a comeback. I personally enjoyed the 3D houses. It did kind of throw off the equilibrium a little bit to where it's like, whoa, but it's fun for me. I'm just a sucker for the bright neons and color lights. I know you were saying it, Jess, for the 5 nights, the setup too. So it's like, I don't know, man. The 3D was just cool to me.
I've never seen a 3D house, so.
Oh, wow.
I was just thinking, I was like, wait a minute. I was like, oh,
2016 was the last year.
Yep, they are pretty
Right?
cool.
Or
I do
2015?
like them. 20.
Man, it's been that long. Wow.
I was just
Been
going to
that
say, has
long?
it been that long? I know, Liz, I was thinking, I was
Yeah.
like trying to think of the last one. It might have
With
been
Chance's
Chance's
house.
Lunatic.
Yeah.
Yep.
I missed it by 1 year.
That's why it was the last one.
I heard. I had a friend who played Chance in that house, and even they didn't like it.
That ruined all 3D.
Yeah,
But we
which
had
is
some good ones, like the Alice in Wonderland 3D one was really good. Asylum in Wonderland, that one was great.
Asylum
So,
in Wonderland.
That's on my like way back machine because I have an Alice in Wonderland tattoo. So like,
Yes.
we're just gonna tick off all Jess's tattoos at the event, I guess, eventually.
I mean, so that kind of brings it up too. Would that be maybe something you'd like to see come back? It'd be cool to see like a revamp, like Asylum in Wonderland, something like that, or is there like a specific IP you'd want to see? I kind of know you're already getting it this year, but
Right. Like, I gotta find a new white whale now, guys. Like, this
Right.
is. Like, I gotta stop asking for things. Well, because my next one would be Graveyard Games too, but I don't even know if I want that. Okay, no, I have a real answer. I want Vanity Ball as a house. That's my favorite scare zone of all time.
yeah.
We need
Yes,
an
yes,
Art
yes,
Deco. You could set it in South Beach.
Yes, yes.
Like
be
a
perfect.
post-apocalyptic, as like a Nikki, also a Miami girl. We talk about this all the time.
It's already apocalyptic. Like, it's fine.
Literally, go down to Dr. Miami. Dr. Plasmare is now Dr. Miami. Get your BBL, and it just starts leaking out. No, I think that would be the best house. And I'm going to sneak in a food item for my co-host Jonathan, Reuben fries.
Ooh.
Best fry they've had at the event, hands down.
Okay. The Reuben fries. I don't think I tried them. And Brie, for Vanity Ball, if you're not familiar with the scare zone that they had in the previous years, it was kind of a drag-esque, stunning runway show, but with very botched surgeries, big lips, fake appendages, all that kind of stuff.
Things
When
where
they
they
had-
shouldn't be.
Yes.
I'm a little bit
yes.
familiar with like the Weekend House, like how they did
Very
like
similar.
those
Similar to
costume
that.
designs. Okay,
Exactly.
yeah.
Very
Yes.
similar.
Which
There was
more
like an
grotesque, I
exposed
think.
heart, like a chest
Yeah.
cavity. We did like an eye thing. Yeah, it was really
But like
cool.
fashion.
It was, I was going to say,
very
very
queer coded.
I loved it. Loved it.
So
and it would
good.
make for really
Chef's
good
good.
house, too, honestly. It would.
Mm-hmm.
Just saying.
Mine is also a scare zone into a house, and it's one of my tattoos. So I have a UFO tattoo in honor of Invasion, which is my favorite scare zone of all time from 2017. I want an Invasion
Nice.
house. Yeah, I want my aliens back. They made a little appearance in Hellblock.
I was gonna say, did you not see Hell Block?
Yeah, I want a full house,
the Eddie zone.
1950s, 60s sci-fi. Yes, and Eddie zone. And then my food item would be the petrified rat tails. I loved those.
Yes.
I miss them. That's my only complaint about Horror Nights is they create these amazing foods and then they're one and done.
The petrified rat tails. Remind
Yes.
me what these ones were.
It was funnel cake fries that then basically had crab rangoon dip on top and like a sweet chili sauce.
R.I.P.
It sounds absolutely diabolical, but I thought
They
that's
were
what you were talking
amazing.
about, and I did try them, and I did enjoy them. I was going to
Girl
say, because I don't
dinner.
eat meat, and I was
So good.
thinking, I eat seafood, but I don't eat meat, so I was like, that might have been the crab fries.
So good.
Yes,
That was
Interesting
girls' dinner.
concoction, but it would, yes,
it worked.
fulfilling, a little protein, a little sweet treat. It all works.
Exactly.
It works. Something I would like to see maybe come to Orlando for specific would kind of be something how they do in Hollywood, having the Terror Tram out there. I feel like even though our events are usually so similar, I feel like that's the one thing that I really like about Hollywood that we don't have here. Even if it wasn't like a huge backlot tour, obviously they have all the space and different sets and stuff like that that they can use and explore and set up and stuff. But I just want something, and we have Nightmare Fuel, and now we're going to have the Hauntofonic, the Ghoulish Journey Lagoon show. But I would just really like something more interactive, I guess, if that makes sense. I think the Terror Tram would be like a cool concept to do.
Have
Don't
you
know if
been
they
to
could ever make it
Hollywood?
work. No, it's quite unfortunately I have not. I know.
I haven't either.
It's
No.
fun. I
I
like
was
the
gonna say, I
Terror
know
Tram.
you two have.
Yeah. I've only ever done it with the RIP tour, and you
Yes,
get like
same.
a separate experience with the RIP tour that
that's
normal
nice.
guests wouldn't get. But the actual tram, I enjoy it. I know the Hollywood locals are kind of like about it, but I think it's fun. I think it's like you said, it's a different thing, interactive thing.
Yeah.
I love meeting Norman Bates at his house,
See, that's so fun.
which is yeah.
That's cool.
It's fun. This year with the tram, they're doing like a carbon copy
Ooh,
of
I
last year's
heard
Blum tram.
the old Blumhouse 2.0.
And that is like really disappointing because I didn't dislike it last year.
Yeah.
But like Hollywood's lineup this year, I'm not going. I've like fully made my decision.
Are you not going to go? No.
It's not worth it, and I don't have like the expendable income to just like I could do it like how you said, Liz. Like I could have just put it on a card. I could, but like it's really not calling me, and I could just watch the WWE walkthroughs online and
That's
save my
true.
money for another year where like Hollywood's hitting it a little bit better because Scarecrow was there my first year, so it's a repeat for one of the originals. Poltergeist, I think our version was better. Like
I was just going to say they are doing Poltergeist, right?
it hasn't been announced yet, but
That's
we
what I
have
was just
had
gonna say. I
photos of
didn't-
that facade for months.
They are.
That's why I'm saying I was like,
Yeah.
I distinctly remember seeing some aerial shots.
The speculation is all repeats,
No, literally everything.
like all repeats.
And
Yeah.
there's a little rumor as to why we won't go into that on here, but
No, that's okay. That's okay.
it sucks that had to affect Horror Nights over there because I do think it's worth the flight out there, especially because you can go to Knott's too, and Knott's is my second favorite event behind Orlando.
And same with Knott's. I've heard such good things about Knott's too, and I've never been either.
Chef's kiss.
And they're getting an IP this year
Really? That's fun.
because they're under Six Flags now, so they can use DC. So Arkham is coming back.
Wow. That's pretty
Yeah.
cool. That's
So, but it'll be there for a couple years. So like at least
Yeah.
Knott's. Anything I missed this year, meh, it's okay.
right. Bree,
on the
is
fence
there
with
something?
Hollywood.
Go ahead, Nikki. I'm sorry.
No. I was just gonna say I'm on the fence with Hollywood this year. There's a possibility that I may go out there.
Yeah.
But if that possibility doesn't happen, then I'm not.
Mm-hmm.
I'm already doing Vegas, so I'm already going to the coast.
That's true.
Girl.
I was gonna say, Bree, is there like a specific like IP or film you'd want to see at the event, or something that you would excite you to have there, or something you've maybe heard from the past being there that you'd like to see that you didn't get to see, or like a house that you missed?
I really am sad that I didn't come to HHN31 because we were there. We just didn't have like we had just had our two kids. Like we have two kids. We live 3 hours away. We have to pay the sitter. We have to pay
That's
for
a lot.
everything. And it was, and we like weren't really making a lot of money then. So it was hard to be like, let's buy this $160 extra worth of tickets when we could barely come on this trip. And I'm so mad I didn't just do it because, like I said, I'm a classic Halloween girly through and through. I had Halloween birthday parties. Like, give me a jack-o'-lantern, give me something covered in the fake blood, and I will eat it. Like, just give it to me. Like, that's what I want. So I would love to see another Halloween-themed year like, later. You know what I mean? I'm going to keep coming. So, and then when it comes to IPs, I don't know. I can't think of one that hasn't already been done outside of maybe, like, one of the Netflix series Follow the House of Usher. I feel like would be a really good house. Just like each like room being the story, and like I think it's all based on Edgar Allan Poe stories as well. I think that would be cool, like really cool.
That would be very cool.
Yeah.
And we've seen sort of a Edgar Allan Poe original house in the past, and it was a awesome house. I loved it. And I thought it was very fun.
That was like the start of the tent houses actually
I
becoming
was going to say,
good.
did you get to do that one, Liz?
Yeah, that
Yes.
was like the start of the tent houses being decent.
Yeah, exactly. And just lost my train of thought for a second. Bree, I was going to say too, with the different IPs and stuff and things like that, with the Follow the House of the Usher, we've already seen some of Mike Flanagan's stuff when they had Haunting of Hill House. So that's why I'm always hoping with all his different series, even like Midnight Mass, I've talked about people or heard people saying that Midnight Mass would fit well for a house.
So good.
Or
It was
Follow the
so
House of
good.
the Usher. And I'm like, come on, Mike Flanagan, Netflix, we've used it before. Personally, I'd like to see The Haunting of Bly Manor. I know it's not the favored between Haunting of Hill House and Bly Manor, but I enjoy it. But I definitely think that could mend well to a house too, for sure.
Yeah, I agree. Mike Flanagan took like a break from horror this year and like directed some like feel good movie. And I was like,
Go back to what you know.
Is it
back
The
to
Life
your
of
dark
Chuck?
room. And
The Life of Chuck?
I think so.
I want to see
think that's what
it. Oh, I love me as much as I love horror. I do love me a feel good sad movie sometimes.
So he did do a little bit of writing this year. There is a brewery that made like spooky alcohol. I think it's Macabre Distillery, and they said they released a limited amount of bottles that came with a Mike Flanagan short story book.
Wow, that's
so he
cool.
did do
That is
something
cool.
horror recently.
I'll buy it.
Yeah, I know, right? I was just gonna say, sign me up. I like it.
Give
That's
it to
fun.
me. I love.
Yeah, that's
I love the way his
cool.
brain works. Like
I
he's
remember
cool.
seeing that.
I do
and
too.
No, I'm gonna be weird and be.
Go ahead. No weird. I was
I-
just checking the schedule.
I want musicals to come back. I
Oh,
want
not
Rocky
weird at all, Nikki. Come
Not
on,
weird
let's
at all,
go.
Nikki. No.
Every time I say this, people want to, I don't know, they shoot me down. I want Rocky Horror back at the
Correct.
event in some capacity. That was my favorite part of the
I
event.
never got to see it.
I
It was
didn't
so good.
either.
It was
And I
so
think Nick
good.
would absolutely lose his mind.
I love Rocky Horror. I think it would do very well as a house if they don't bring back like the Shadowcast show situation. If you've never gone to a Rocky Horror showing or screening or Shadowcast, I highly recommend it.
It's fun.
It's so fun, and I think it's so camp, and it's just it's glorious and musical. And honestly, any musical would do for me at this point. I want a musical IP in a house. I think it would just be fantastic. But if it was Rocky Horror, I think that'd be peak. But I've been saying it like I think like Sweeney Todd could lend itself well.
Sweeney
Todd
Todd.
would be great.
Sweeney Todd.
That's my new white whale. I'm just gonna say that. That
There you
is
go.
an
Sweeney
original.
Todd.
Like
Mine's the Lost Boys.
Yeah. Oh my God, you saw it's hitting Broadway.
it is.
Oh, Nikki. I'm not a huge Broadway fan. Not that I don't like Broadway. I've just
the
never been to many
Nikki.
shows. But I most definitely would like to attend. And I think Patrick Wilson is like producing it or doing something, if I'm not mistaken. I was like,
part of it somehow.
how
Yeah.
I was like, how random. But hey, I'm here for it.
I just think there's so much in the musical world that would do well. Like we can even like reach really deep and do repo. Like I feel like you know,
You could, honestly.
yeah. I think it would just lend well, and then that would be like my white whale. I think getting to the event.
I like that. Liz, do you have any white whales for HHN?
You know, for a long time, I'm kind of going to go left field. I really wanted BioShock.
Ooh, yeah, that's fun.
And we kind of got it with Sawson's team. They kind of took the theming of it. But I think that game would lend itself really well. And we've never had it.
I think
And
that'd be cool.
now it's too old. It won't happen now. But for a long time,
That's how I feel about all the stuff I want. I'm like, I think it's too late for me. I think it's too late for all of them, unfortunately.
yeah.
Left 4 Dead has been on my list for a long time,
Ooh, that
Left
would
4
be
Dead.
scary.
but it's. I mean, we had Back 4 Blood a couple years ago, but it didn't do great. And it was like a spiritual successor, so
Hip.
it's just turned into video game talk with the girls now. I like that.
Which is fine too, because
Yeah.
honestly, it's really enjoyable sometimes to see the video games. I mean, it's cooler seeing him as houses if you played the games for, like for The Last of Us. I never played any of the games. Fallout, never played any. Just don't really have that connection. But with Five Nights, it's pretty fun to see, even in the film too. Hoping it's going to be set up like that, just like almost looks like frame for frame from the game. So I'm really hoping the house is as cool as I'm hyping it up to be. So we'll see. But I think with everything we've discussed tonight, I think we covered just about everything, unless you guys had any final thoughts on the event overall, anything you wanted to add in. I actually kept this going for an hour and 1 minute, which I'm pretty proud of myself because I
You
tend
did
to
great.
talk really quick, and I was like, I feel like this is going to be a speedy. I was that like in school when you had to read an essay, it was like a 5 minute like minimum. It was like a minute and 30 seconds for me. So I was like, oh my God, I hope this episode like at least lasts a little bit. But I was just going to say too, kind of if you guys want to go around, we'll start how we did at the beginning with Bree, Jess, Liz, and Nikki. You guys can plug all your socials again if you like, and then we'll probably do our outro how we do it. So at the end, it'll say, I'm Nick, I'm Shamus, I'm Jamie, and then you guys could all say I'm and your name too, and we'll end like that. But if Bree, if you want to go ahead,
Okay. Wait, what do we say?
just plug in socials.
I'm sleepy. I'm
before we head
sorry.
off. No, you're fine.
Okay.
Like I said, I talk fast. I'm sorry, but just finishing up. If you have any final thoughts, and then just plugging socials one more time.
Oh, okay. So I think this year is going to be really strong just based on like everything that we've heard. And I'm really excited to be there. We are going to Premium Scream and opening night. So if you see us, say hi.
Yay, we will be there.
Yeah. Yay.
I know.
Yay.
Yeah, I
I'm
was gonna say. So
excited.
I definitely will say hi. Yes, we'll have to make sure. we
Yeah,
meet up.
absolutely. Yeah, we can do what the pulsed entry to the house together. Let's go Terrifier and let's go the Wet Path. Okay.
Yeah. An absolute necessity. It's a must. I have to know. Inquiring minds are very curious.
Yeah. 2 rounds back to back. Let's go.
Yes.
Okay. And again, I'm Bree. Our handles are the theme team. For Instagram and TikTok, it's _theme_team_. And then for YouTube, it's just theme team. So
Oh, it's my
Jess
turn.
was the next one. I was gonna say sorry, Jess.
Sorry.
I was gonna say maybe it's not the same on their end. Sorry.
No, it is. Sorry. I'm Jess. I'm from HHN365. You can follow us on all social media at HHN365 and TikTok at HHN365pod. I realize I forgot to say my little bit about the event. I'm really excited, if you can't tell. Like, this feels like an all-timer year, and I know that that's big words and we haven't really seen much besides, like, scare zones, but creative is hype, and I trust creative. So they're the ones that give us like all-timer houses, and I feel like if they're this excited, it's any artist that's excited, you should be excited too. It's going to be their best work. So very excited for 34.
sure.
Yeah, we have a live trivia on August 23rd if you want to come hang out with us if you're an Orlando local.
They do.
It's at Half Barrel Beer Project across the street from Epic, and we have 2 new shirts coming out this season. They're not out yet. Well, by the time this podcast is out, I mean, trivia is over too, so I guess I don't even know why I'm plugging it. If you came to trivia, thank you so much.
It was great.
I know Nick was like, you don't gotta like include what date you're recording it since it'll probably be in the background. I'm like, okay, that's fine. We'll work the editing magic.
Well, thanks for coming. But yeah, you can follow us on there. We're on YouTube. We do lives every week and all that shit. But thanks for having me. This was really fun.
Thank you guys again so much for joining. Liz and Nikki, to you too as well. Liz, I think you're next on my little thing.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I think I echo what Jess said. I'm very excited for this year. I think it has the vibe of being an all-timer. I hope that all of our dreams and aspirations for it, that it lives up to it. And this was super fun. Loved getting to hang out with you guys tonight.
Yes.
Or you ladies, I should say. But yeah, I am Disco Liz. I have my own YouTube channel where I talk about Halloween Horror Nights, and then I vlog through the fog. I've been doing that since 2012. So there's a backlog of Halloween Horror Nights videos on my channel if you want to go watch. And then I'm also on RIP Tour podcast. So you can find me at Disco Liz on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, or at RIP Tour podcast on everything.
Awesome.
Yeah, and I was Nikki. It was so much fun having me, or so much fun being here. So much fun having me. It was so much fun talking with all you guys, with all you ladies. I think this year is going to stand out definitely in more ways than one. I'm very excited to see the immersiveness. I'm very excited for the scare zones. I think Masquerade is going to be where I'm laid to rest, if I'm being totally honest. But I'm a very busy lady. I'm going to Horror Unleashed next week. So if you want to stay up to date with all that, and I'm doing it on Masking Tour the 23rd. I'll be at Premium Scream Night, opening weekend, and a bunch of other fun things this spooky season. So if you want to follow along, that's at Haunt Girls Pod on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok, and the YouTube channel Haunt Girls if you want to follow. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff happening. I'm kind of wrapping my mind around all the things I have to do soon.
And I feel like these months coming up are always the busiest for all of us, but it's honestly, even though I'm busy and I'm one for loving to relax and just chill at home, it does get me really excited because I get to hang out with my friends and see everyone who I don't get to see as often, and meet friends that I've only met online that I get to meet in person, which is cool too, like you, Bree, and Jordana, who is going to be on with us. She actually lives up in New York, so it's going to be cool to see her again this year. It's just really fun, honestly. I'm a lot more of a homebody, but being at Horror Nights is my comfort spot, so I'm really looking forward to this year as well. And like Liz, I know you mentioned earlier too, it's just kind of bringing that essence back of old HHN, and I really think it's going to be a good one. And Brie, this is going to be such a good year. I'm so excited you get to experience too, and that you're doing Premium Scream because I missed out last year as well, and I'm really excited to do it this year.
It's going to be good.
It's going to be very fun. Yes. And especially someone who's impatient and doesn't like waiting in lines, but I'm poor and don't buy express. So this will be great for me.
Same.
So this will be good. But yeah, so for our outro, I'm just going to do, I'm Jamie, and then we all go around. So again, thank you guys so much for joining me, having me kind of host my first roundtable discussion. I think it went pretty well. It was really, really fun talking with all you guys, and I can't wait to see literally every single one of you in the fog. So I hope you guys have a good night, and I'm Jamie.
I'm Bree.
I'm Jess.
I'm Liz.
I'm Nikki.
Happy haunts.
Thank you for listening to another episode of Fear and Beer, a Halloween Horror Nights podcast. If you like what you heard, don't forget to leave us a 5-star review on whatever streaming platform you are listening to us on. And you can find us on all of our socials at Fear and Beer Pod.